What up? What up? What up? Rec League Podcast, man. Episode number 13. Gosh golly, guys. 13 episodes. Uh, should be episode 14. In all actuality, should really be like episode 16, 17. But life happens, man. I swear when I don't do an episode, when I have to skip a week, an episode for some reason, it feels like I haven't done one in forever. So this one, it feels like it's been a while, but it's been a month. And on this episode, I'm basically going to recap February as far as NBA, as far as movie news, as far as not really hip hop. Like, I don't feel like nothing really happened in hip hop in the past month. So me and Old Man Lawrence will break down our thoughts on the Netflix series Trigger Warning with Killer Mike. And y'all already know I got bars, man. So I did over the past month maybe like 4 poll questions. I'm just gonna give you guys the most recent one, and that was because How to Train Your Dragon came out, right? So with How to Train Your Dragon, the Hidden World opening this weekend, which is your favorite DreamWorks animation franchise? And, obviously, a franchise is one that has sequels. So if you're thinking Ants, if you're thinking Shark Tale, if you're thinking Rise of the Guardians, Megamind, Captain Underpants, it's not a franchise. It's a good movie. It's not a franchise. So the choices were Shrek, Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda, and How to Train Your Dragon. And tied with 44%, Shrek and Kung Fu Panda won this poll. How to Train Your Dragon got 12. No votes for Madagascar. I did not know there was either that many people sleeping on Madagascar or that much Madagascar hate. And after revisiting the series and watching How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, I definitely should have voted for How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, as far as introductions, I think that's it, man. So I'll be back and give you guys the recent movie releases in theaters, releases to home entertainment, whether you digital downloading or you physically buying. Shout out to everybody that still buys physical. And then we gonna get. I'm gonna let y'all know that it's a long episode. The movie segment is the episode, just so everybody is aware. Rec League Podcast, man. Oh man, so we back, and if you a regular fan, watcher, viewer, listener, if you hate listen, hate watch, you already know what I do, man. I start every movie segment off, or I try to, if I remember, to give you guys who might not be able to go to the theater every weekend or hit the local Best Buy, DVD, Blu-ray retail spot and purchase the newest editions. You know what I mean? So just recently in theaters, basically February release schedule, Miss Bala came out with Gina Rodriguez, Cold Pursuit with Liam Neeson, What Men Want with Taraji P. Henson, and then the Lego Movie 2, the second part came out. Happy Death Day to You, Alita Battle Angel came out. How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, as well as Fighting with My Family for all the wrestling fans out there. Is basically is more or less the biopic about Paige, and I haven't watched it yet, but I want to watch it because I want to know, like, they got to keep the continuity with The Rock. If The Rock is in it, he can't have that new big old like evolved Brahma bull. He got to have an old school classic Brahma bull on his arm. And then man, on the real, February was a real dope month for like older movies that are on DVD to get upgraded to Blu-ray. Just Higher Learning, Poetic Justice, a couple John Singleton movies came out. Shark Tale and Over the Hedge came out as Walmart exclusives. You can only find those on Blu-ray at Walmart. And then Valentine came out by Scream Factory. Starsky and Hutch came out from Warner Archive, and then as far as like more recent stuff, like the Cloverfield Paradox came out. It's still on Netflix, but it's also on Blu-ray. The Girl in Spider's Web came out. Widows came out. The Grinch came out. The Front Runner. Overlord came out. Robin Hood, and then A Star Is Born came out, and then next Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, Ralph Breaks the Internet comes out, man. So if you're a movie collector, if there's anything that you're really like looking forward to adding to your collection, man, keep your eyes peeled for sure. When I come back, we gonna have the boys in here, and then we're gonna give you guys a very thorough, very long. We gonna cover a wide variety of topics as far as like DC movie news, Marvel, Netflix, and then like movie trailer reactions for sure, man. Reg League Podcast, man. We the Walmart of podcast. We might not be your first choice, but we got a little bit of everything, man. Stay tuned. All right, guys. We back. We about to talk some movie headlines. Like I said earlier, it's been a little while since I've been here. It feels like it's been years, but we're gonna start with the recent DC films. I don't know if they have like a Marvel Studios kind of imprint or whatever, but whatever DC's doing with their cinematic universe. Let's start, Mr. Sigmund. What you think about Birds of Prey? Let's start with Birds of Prey going into production.
And the production is a great idea, but that little, I guess, teaser or whatever it was, that looked very, it had to have been test footage, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It looked very underwhelming, and they just put it out, but it definitely has potential, because the DCEU, I guess, has been steadily climbing upward instead of just going on a straight, because I don't know how you felt. Aquaman was decent, and Wonder Woman, but yeah, it's just all the previous movies, too many cooks in the kitchen, but the Birds of Prey definitely can be redeeming, and everybody likes Margot as Harley Quinn. But not excited, but has my attention. I'll put it like that.
All right. Mr. Nick Goodman, same question.
Yeah, I felt the same way about that little teaser. Like, wasn't a teaser. It was just kind of like an Instagram video.
Yeah.
Someone like, check my Snap story.
IG Live, guys.
Yeah, like, I'm excited. Like, I'm gonna see it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, roll my eyes as if I'm not gonna be there day one. So it doesn't really matter. Like, but yeah, it does have potential. Like, they've kind of confirmed that it's going to be rated R, I think, which is cool. And like you said, like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, that gets the asses in the seats. Like, I think it's gonna be a hit.
No doubt.
I'm real on the fence about Ewan McGregor as Black Mask.
I actually was hoping for Charlton Copley.
I was hoping for like anyone else as much as Ewan McGregor. Like, I like him. Like, he's a great actor, so I'm not like mad.
Not Obi-Wan.
I was thinking like a Ray Liotta type, like somebody who was just gonna be.
That's actually a great choice.
And scary. And I'm like, you got the dude from Moulin Rouge. That's like, I'm not mad. Like I said, like, he's a great actor. Like, I think he's a great. So we'll see.
Yeah, you want an actor with an intimidating presence.
Yeah, like, I think of him as like a scary guy. So maybe just shock the world. So I'm like, I'm curious. I'm more curious about it than anything at the moment.
Harley, you were supposed to bring balance to the Force.
Yeah, it's gonna be another one of those. Like,
dude,
and it's Scottish accent.
I just hope it's not Harley Quinn and Friends, the movie, because that's what this title change leads me to feel. The emancipation of Fantabulous, something like that, right?
I'm thinking somebody's written a script, a Birds of Prey script. They're going to take it to Warner Brothers, and whoever's doing it at Warner Brothers is going to be like, oh, yeah, Harley Quinn here, more Harley here, and we're going to fix this title with this long-ass Harley Quinn title here.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen, whether we like it or not. But
But you would hope at least they would get a little
Harley.
bit better about that. Because that's what happened in Suicide Squad. It was Deadshot and Harley Quinn featuring Suicide Squad.
And sadly, that's Jai Courtney's best performance.
And that's because, yeah, right. I'm like, a lot of people didn't know he was actually Australian. Like, wow, he's really good at that accent.
Yeah.
Like, no,
that dude had the best, like, manager in the game for, like, a few years. Like, he was in everything. It was like, how the fuck is this guy getting work?
It's the manager's fault that Die Hard and Terminator got ruined.
Yeah. Like, I was like, he's...
For sure.
In Divergent, like, he would be in every movie. And I was like, oh, this guy. Again.
That's true enough.
And then what James Gunn's doing, the Suicide Squad 2 sequel, reboot, reimagining, whatever, and she's going to be in it. Hopefully they bring Deadshot back too, but he's doing Bad Boys right now. Supposedly he's about to do a Bright sequel, so if he has time, hopefully Deadshot comes back.
Right.
Like, I feel like you have to bring back Will Smith and Margot Robbie. I'm gonna be the one person on the hill. Like, you, maybe Jared Leto too. Like, you have to, like, follow that up.
He deserves better.
Everyone else on the team could be different. Like, they could bring, like, a King Shark or somebody that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you have to bring back, like, Will Smith is great in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Like, whether you like it or not, like, I think he and Margot Robbie, like, stole that whole movie from everyone else.
If it wasn't them, Focus would damn near be boring.
Yeah, like, it would have been like, okay.
Yeah.
So what's the Vegas odds on Dave Bautista as Bane? He's got his Disney beef, and he's a James Gunn loyalist.
I think he'll definitely ask if he can be Bane. I don't know if he'll like that. But he'll definitely be like, it'll be like the Eric Andre meme, like him just being like, let me in. Like, let me in.
Right.
So,
and you mentioned the Joker, and the thing with that is David Ayer, the writer-director, he actually admitted he made a mistake not making Jared Leto's Joker the villain, the main villain. And
I heard about that.
Yeah, he has so much. It's so much. Like, remember Suicide Squad came out 16.
Yeah.
And like every few months, then a year later, a new footage would pop up of Jared Leto and, you know, him with the grenade. I don't know if you saw that. And
yeah.
And the way that they twisted, they edited the scene. The Harley Quinn and Joker's relationship is an abusive one, right? Even in the animated series.
Yeah.
And they totally got rid of that. There was scenes in the movies with him slapping her around, and that's the dynamic of the relationship, and they totally killed it. And I think the studio got scared with that when they made him cut most of the stuff. But somewhere out there, they say it's at least an hour of Jared Leto's Joker footage, deleted footage.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
That's the curse of Twitter, though, because it seems like fans are just nonstop, just coming at David Ayer. Like, why didn't you do this with Suicide Squad? Blah, blah, blah. So he's always having to admit, like, I think like a week or two, I read that somebody asked for their money back. Like, man, get out of here. Probably own the Blu-ray and want your money back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was something I thought, like, everybody, it was like Suicide Squad was a hit for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Then it had the wave of everyone just like, that movie was trash, that movie was trash. Everybody bought that movie the day it came out. Like, that was like every movie page that I followed was like, can't wait to watch this again. Like, can't wait to watch it in 4K. Like, I love 4K so much. And it was like, look what happened. Like,
I do dislike it. Every single time I do a DCEU rewatch, I find something else about Suicide Squad that gets on my nerves.
It's the one that holds up, that has, like, held up the worst in my rewatch. Like, Man of Steel was always, I was, like, the only one who I was like, Man of Steel's kind of weak. Like, I think my expectations for it were really high. And I was like, I'm the only one that's like, yeah, that one's just not great. But I feel like it's improved the most with rewatches. And Suicide Squad is, like, just the eye roll one every time I rewatch it.
That reminds me, we about to insert something that I didn't want to talk about. But did y'all see the outline that Zack Snyder had planned for the Man of Steel 3 Justice League arc and all of that? That sounded very cool, and Warner Brothers ruined it.
Yeah, like they do all things with the DCEU. It's just cold feet. And Yeah, and both of you mentioned things you noticed about Suicide Squad. It's one thing that is very non-natural. You can tell that the studio, oh, it worked in Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's do it. It's the soundtrack.
Yeah.
You can tell James Gunn and, to use another example, Edgar Wright for like Baby Driver, they actually write those songs into the script. And you can tell how organic it is.
That gets me excited for the next Suicide Squad.
Warner Brothers is
the whole beginning thing they go through, and it's like, what song we put here? And it's like, Super Freak,
right?
Yes.
Hey, they're getting their gear. Just play Eminem.
Yeah,
right. Just like they're in the editing room, everybody's pulling out the MP3, like, ooh, I like this song.
Play this.
It's not natural.
Yeah.
It's like they were writing all that stuff like 4 hours before they had to complete the movie, and they were like, fuck it, House of the Rising Sun, why not? Like,
no doubt.
Just make a song.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's move on to all the Batman stuff. Like, I had, like, 2 weeks ago, before I had to cancel and all that, I had an epic rant about all this Batman stuff. Like, it came out, Affleck did his retweet, the Batman comes out June 2021, but his retweet never said, can't wait to see the next guy wear the cape. So I was ready to go. Like, he never officially said he was out. And then Jimmy Kimmel happens. And that's my cat.
Like, I was like, you guys, it's Henry Cavill all over again. Nobody actually said anything.
Yeah, because I still feel like Cavill's going to pop up in Shazam like, hey, guys.
Because
told you I wasn't going to do it.
Gained any kind of more news outside of just that. It was like somebody got a report from Deadline or somebody just ran with it, and there was no updates or anything like that. It was just like everybody's kind of shrugging their shoulders.
Affleck was on Twitter just kind of like, can't wait to see the movie. And I thought that he was going to kind of do kind of like Wonder Woman, flashback, tell the movie, come back at the end. But I don't know now. It could be a big trickeration, but I think he's officially out, and I'm sad because, in my opinion, he was like, I always tie everything back to the 90s cartoons, and I think Affleck was the most Batman, the animated series, accurate Batman, even though he's kind of molded around Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I love Ben Affleck as Batman. I was never, like, super anti-Affleck anything, really. Like, I feel like we still haven't gotten over that, like, 2-year time frame where he only did trash movies. Yeah. Like, we still aren't over Paycheck and, like, Geely. And, like, like, people still hold on to that. But, like, when he directs a movie, everybody's, like, super excited.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you got to pick one. Like, you can't just, like, hate Ben Affleck when you choose it. Like, they could have gone way worse. Like, when they announced Ben Affleck, I was like, could have been worse. Like,
I think Heath Ledger taught me that I'm gonna hold off until we see a trailer before I judge Affleck as Batman. And like I said, he was the most comic accurate in my opinion.
Except for Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. I'm gonna do that. Like, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Whoever they pick, it's gotta have the chops. Like, people are talking about all these names, and I'm just like rolling my eyes, and I'm like, well,
as long as the mask that is black doesn't have a big forehead tattoo, I think we'll be good.
Like, just grills, or just like,
oh yeah, just big Paul Wall teeth, yeah. Oh, okay, y'all froze up for a little bit.
Yeah, there we go.
You are.
But about Affleck, it's one thing that's kind of not fair. So when we judge the Batman, Keaton, Val Kilmer, and Christian Bale, they have something that Affleck doesn't. Their own movies.
Yeah.
And Affleck was thrown, right into the Batman v Superman, and he has an extended cameo in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And I think that actually speaks to how good of a Batman he is, because he's working around basically in other people's movies. Batman v Superman, there's Man of Steel and 1.5. But in my opinion, I think what makes the Batman character good as a whole is how good is the actor as a Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why people love Michael Keaton. And actually there was another I like Val Kilmer's Michael Keaton, but I don't like Val Kilmer's Batman, if that makes sense. He's just emotionless.
Up between his Bruce Wayne and his Batman. Same with George Clooney. Like, I think George Clooney was like, he's like real life Bruce Wayne. Like, it's like,
yeah, right.
Then like his Batman comes in and it's like,
hi,
it's like, hey, I'm Batman.
I'm
Batman.
Batman.
Like, no, you're Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
like, I can see
perfect. It. That's a perfect example of what I'm saying. But yeah, so it's sad that we'll never get Affleck will never have his own movie. And
yeah.
I'm kind of pissed. It's more so like I think you could get a better Batman than Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have thoughts, but at the same time, it's like you chose Ben Affleck. Finish the job, or so it's almost like it just makes me mad that you know watching them in order now. It's gonna be like, and here's where they changed Batman.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like, and here's the one that kind of counts but doesn't really count. It's like the
right. Because that's what makes these type of universes strong is continuity.
Yeah.
And the MCU did it. Who was he? Switched out
War Machine, Hulk.
War Machine. They put Terrence Howard with Don Cheadle and Norton with Ruffalo, and that's about it. And then they just stayed on
Doing my MCU rewatch, man. Y'all know what's so crazy? I can't picture Norton in the Disney produced Marvel movies or Terrence Howard, but I can't picture Don Cheadle or Ruffalo in the Paramount ones.
Yeah, that's funny.
I don't know how they built that environment.
Yeah, that's continuity.
Yep.
Yeah, like I love Edward Norton, but just like it's like I can maybe picture Don Cheadle and Iron Man, like a tweak here or there, like they probably could, but like Mark Ruffalo really like made that role his own. Like when he went in, like he really kind of made the Hulk who we kind of
there was no other guy in the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, like we were kind of like, and here's the Hulk again, but like he kind of I won't say stole the show, but like he really made the Hulk like interesting again. Yeah. So as much as I like Edward Norton, it's like sometimes you switch up the actor and it's just like for the best.
And if they want to go 15 years younger with the new Batman, there's definitely not going to be that smooth transition.
No, like that's what I'm like. And it's like you kind of think, well, I hope they have an idea, but in the back of your head, you know they don't. Like
no.
You know they just don't have an idea. They're like, this will work. It's worked so well for us for 6 years, and no hiccups whatsoever. So this is going to work.
How old is Cavill? Is that what they're trying to do? Is get Batman and Superman closer in age? How old is Henry Cavill?
Got to be early mid-30s.
Yeah, he's probably between 30 and 35. Okay. I would say he's probably not older than 35.
Okay.
It's like when they were first talking about getting an older Batman, I was thinking like an older Batman. Like even like Ben Affleck is like his early to mid 40s, but he could be younger than that.
Yeah.
I was even thinking like Josh Brolin. Like I was thinking like older.
Didn't he get
not that he's like old, but I was thinking like more of like a grizzled, like this guy's like been through it for decades now.
Oh, I got the perfect guy for him.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. You know they could have went with Michael Keaton.
I was maybe they're gonna just get Michael Keaton or they'll come back and look all grizzled or just something.
Yeah.
Like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I wanted John Hamm before Affleck was cast.
John Hamm is like my dream Batman. I don't know how good he would be, but that's like when I picture him like in the suit, I'm like, yeah, that's Bruce Wayne, or at least
right.
That either.
And Cavill is 35 years old. He'll be 36 in May.
So they even went younger than Cavill then.
I heard somewhere late 20s.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
that's what I read too.
They, give me a call because I'm here.
Yeah, right.
I'm ready to do it.
I want to know what both of y'all think about the Army Hammer rumors. I'm on the negative side. I do not want Army Hammer anywhere near Batman. Hal Jordan maybe, but not Bruce Wayne.
I'm kind of like I'm pretty indifferent to him, like as an actor, like as a whole.
Yeah.
Like he's good. Like he's good in pretty much everything I've seen him in. But like I don't like I wouldn't be mad. Like I wouldn't just be like, God damn it, like no. Why? Like I would be like, okay.
Just if Army Hammer and his twin would have won, we might not have Facebook.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, the hell with that guy.
Yeah.
Make Eisenberg Batman.
And he was the Lone Ranger with a Tonto who wasn't really Indian.
Yeah.
Like,
and the funny thing with Army is he was actually cast as Batman
in the George Miller Justice League, yeah.
In the George Miller movie, and it was like a week away from shooting, and they just scrapped it. So, but like you said, Army, I actually thought he got snubbed. He was in a movie this year called "Sorry to Bother You." I don't know if he
I finally saw it.
He was great in that movie.
Yeah, that movie was like hysterical to me.
Yeah.
The one guy in the theater that was like slapping my leg. That is like, I understood like how just weird it was, but I kept looking at people and they were like
super weird.
Weren't getting it.
Yeah, no, it went over a lot of people's head. But
I remember reading that. I remember being in school on my laptop reading that. Like they were like Justice League movies coming. I think it was like Jessica Biel as Wonder Woman, if I'm not mistaken, and like
I think it was
Lantern.
Was Jessica Biel Wonder Woman?
I'm pretty sure because I remember thinking like, I guess like it was bizarre. Like I remember even at that time, I was reading it like this is weird. This seems like a weird thing to do.
But while the Dark Knight's going on.
Yeah, it was right in the middle. Dark Knight hadn't come out yet.
Nah.
It was still.
With like Adam Brody or somebody was the Flash. Common was Jon Stewart.
I'm like, I just remember reading the cast list and thinking like,
okay,
who's Armie Hammer? Like I think that was
from the director of Happy Feet.
Yeah, from the director of Mad Max. Comes the Justice League you never knew you wanted.
Right?
I was like, I guess so.
I guess, man. Hey, y'all remember the Wolfgang Peterson Batman vs Superman that was supposed to come out before Troy?
Yeah, actually, that was
I was like 14, super excited for that movie that never happened.
I just feel like back in the day, like even as early as like the early 2000s, like I feel like studios didn't trust superhero movies the way they do now. Like it was still like it was like Spider-Man is lightning in a bottle, X-Men is lightning in a bottle. Like for every one of those, you still had like a Fantastic Four or Ghost Rider, Daredevil, like something that was like fine. So I feel like they didn't really like you couldn't have made Birds of Prey in 2004.
No
like
way.
they were like, get off our lot, like get out of here.
Yeah.
Even though they did make the TV show.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
Until no one remembers that TV show.
Wow.
I never watched it, but I remember it.
A few people about it, and they were like, okay,
cancel this. No season 2 for you.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember the Aquaman? Guess it was a made-for-TV movie because it was supposed to be the pilot for the show. And
Smallville spinoff?
Guy in Smallville, yeah. That one.
Not at all.
Right. It exists.
Thank God.
I remember hearing about it recently, like over the past, because you know the last CW crossover like referenced old TV series. I remember hearing something about it around then, but not when it came out.
Yeah, and it's a Wonder Woman TV show. What's her name? Have we seen John Wick?
Yeah, the chick that he fights in the hotel.
Yeah, she was Wonder Woman, and there's pictures of her out there, and they just scrapped it.
She had pants. I remember that. She played Tyra. My favorite show ever is Friday Night Lights, and she was on Friday Night Lights.
There you go, yeah.
Yes, Wonder Woman, like, this is it. And, like, she had pants.
Yeah.
I felt like a 12-year-old. Like I was like I care about pants. Like get me out of here. But like I totally.
This isn't Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't my Wonder Woman. Go back to my room, but I totally would have watched it. Like I remember that there were like
oh yeah,
official pictures from that, and I was like,
no DC show survives on NBC because it was supposed to be on NBC, right?
Yeah.
DC shows go to die on NBC.
You had Constantine on NBC, and like that would have thrived CW.
Mm-hmm.
I think had they
brought him back,
girl, and put it over there, like I think it would still be on.
And I kind of like hate watched Powerless. Like it was not good at all, but I watched it.
I watched a couple episodes. I didn't hate it, but I remember just thinking like it was like the first episode. I remember thinking like that was kind of cute. Like,
yeah.
Keep going, and then maybe 3 or 4 episodes in, I was like, "Is this it? Is this the whole show?"
All these references to heroes that will never be in a fight scene.
Yeah, I was like, look, a broken window. And they're like, "Oh, Superman just did that.
Yeah,
he missed it." It was like budget for this show like $10. Like they were just like, whatever you have in your pockets, put it on the table. Episode it in.
Yeah, but it is I think CW did that with Supergirl was originally on CBS, right? Yeah, and they brought it over.
Yeah, that Flash crossover in season 1 saved Supergirl.
Yep.
It's doing good. Like I don't think they had that idea with Constantine back when it was on.
No.
Because like had a fan base. I wasn't one of them. I didn't watch it, but
no, I didn't see it either.
Had a whole like loud group of people that like loved it, kind of like Firefly and stuff like that. They were like, please don't. If they'd have put it on CW, like I think it'd still be on because they're still using that guy.
Yeah. Didn't he show up on? He popped up in Arrow like the season after his show got canceled, right?
Yeah, and I think he's on. Is he on Legends of Tomorrow?
Yeah, he's like a kind of a regular. Like Legends is weird, man, because like it'll be on October until the break, and then it'll disappear until like April, and then in a couple months it'll finish out its season. But yeah, I think he's a part of the team, even if he doesn't want to be.
So he's doing fine.
All right, so is the Trench? Is this the biggest cash grab ever?
That's not gonna happen.
I hope not.
Like they after every movie they put out, they have some idea. They're like, Suicide Squad came out and was a bigger hit than expected. So
here's all these spinoffs.
A Jot movie, Harley movie, a Joker movie with Jared Leto, but another like they're like, we're gonna talk to Tourette guy for 5 seconds.
I swear, yeah. They were like, okay, let's make this Joker movie, guys, but with a different actor in a different time period. Let's ask Martin Scorsese if he wants to be involved, which I don't know if he is or not anymore.
Right.
I don't think he knows if he's involved.
Right.
Like nobody knows.
He's still trying to make Robert De Niro look 25.
It's like I always reference there's an interview with Jared Leto from like last year or something like that. He was like promoting his new album or something, and they were like, "So you're still doing movies?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got a bunch of movies coming out." And they're like, "They're making a Suicide Squad 2," and he was like, "I think." And he was like, "Are you going to be in it?" And he was like, "I think that's the plan." Like he had no idea.
Phone hasn't rang yet.
Just didn't know.
So I always think of that. I'm like, you shouldn't be asking these like A+ list actors,
right?
That you
I'm busy.
Like
you'll find out on premiere day.
Be in your movie.
And Morbius is coming.
Thank God! Like finally, a Morbius movie that I've been wanting my whole life. I was like, Morbius should have fought Blade at least once. You could have used it.
No doubt.
In the third one.
Right.
But anyway.
That's what I was about to say. Maybe they shouldn't have used Dracula and used an established Marvel villain.
That would have made it too much.
Yeah, that Blade.
2000s.
Yeah, I don't think anything was about any decision about Blade Trinity was a good one. Yeah.
What did I hear? I heard Wesley Snipes kept calling Ryan Reynolds something. The atmosphere behind the scenes of Blade Trinity was so bad.
Like I heard he didn't do any work filming that movie. Like he was like in his trailer the whole time, and they'd have to be like, Wesley, please, Wesley, come to see.
Yeah.
I was thrown off by Blade Trinity as soon as I saw that red undershirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't I don't even hate Blade Trinity. Like, I don't.
Nah.
It's been a few years since I've watched it, so maybe I need to like rewatch the trilogy, which I might do this year. I don't know, but like,
Still holds
I
up.
don't hate it, but it's a mess. Like, it's like this glorious mess.
But just like with Suicide Squad, there's certain movies that you could tell behind the scenes a lot of turmoil was happening. So Snipes didn't like, although he was a producer, he got overridden, and they made David Goyer the director.
Yeah.
You know, David Goyer, great writer, great storyteller. But as Wesley Snipes quoted, he said this dude hadn't even directed a commercial. Y'all about to have him direct a movie.
The third movie.
I kind of agree with that.
It's like,
And you can see, but
he just yelled at Parker Posey, more cartoony, more over the top.
Yeah, Batman Robin method of directing movies.
And actually, one of the few things I actually liked about the movie is, I know back in the day I was a big wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, they drew names out of a hat. They're like,
yeah.
So The Rock's busy with walking tall.
And they were like, the girl from American Pie. Why not?
And that, it's just, and who's the comedian that was in the movie? The tech guy.
Patton Oswalt.
There you go, yeah. It's like, what the, like you say, just picking these Patton Oswalt and what is the girl's name from American Pie?
Natasha Lyonne. I can do this all day.
There you go. And yeah, and Wesley Snipes hated that it was basically a
set up
Blade movie. It was Ryan Reynolds and what's her name? Jessica
Biel.
Yeah, Jessica Biel. And yeah, but I don't know. Now where is the Blade property? Does anybody know who
Marvel has it?
Right. Oh yeah.
Marvel has it. So I want to, for lack of a better term, slide into somebody's DMs that has the info. Like, why didn't Marvel get like distribution to the Hulk back? Because like after 10 years with no sequel, no, other development, like Daredevil was about to go into production, but they didn't meet the cutoff date, so Marvel got Daredevil back. So why hasn't that happened with the Hulk? There's no solo Hulk movie getting put out. So how come Marvel and Disney doesn't have 100% complete ownership of the Hulk yet?
It was something about Universal. Like, they were just, like, they couldn't reach some kind of deal the way they did with Sony and Spider-Man. Like, they were just like, nah, we're going to hold on to. But, like, they aren't doing anything with it. Like, yeah. I think, if my knowledge is correct, and it could be wrong, and I don't care, but I think they could, like, Universal could make their own Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Like, it would be like Homecoming. Like, it would probably be distributed through Universal, but they just aren't doing it.
Right.
They're doing good things like Mortal Instruments.
Right.
But, like, I think that they could, and they just never reached a deal, and somebody at Disney thought that maybe less was more with the Hulk, which I kind of agree with a little. Like, I think there could have been a Planet Hulk movie. It probably would have been good, but I think him being in Ragnarok was a little better. Like,
right.
And I like him in the Avengers movies because it was like between Avengers 1 and Age of Ultron, you hadn't really seen the Hulk. So they spent a little more time on his character in that movie, which I liked. It was like, oh, they're dating now. Let's hear about that. And it was like, you did, like, as the movie went on. So I don't know, though. Like, I could be making that up. Like, maybe they do have the rights to the Hulk and they just aren't using him.
True.
And some companies just hijack rights and just sit on them until, like, oh, hey, we got this. And it's popular now,
If I was
just something.
If I was super douche Universal executive, I swear I'd make a non-canon, like, Never Say Never Again James Bond Hulk movie, just to mess with Disney. Michael Cera is Bruce Banner.
Oh, he's back. Finally. And it's
Cat McLovin is Bruce Banner.
Yeah. I like the Eric Bana Hulk. Like, I'd watch a sequel to that.
Yeah.
I guess.
I need to revisit that one.
Basically, that Hulk was an art house superhero movie.
Yeah, it was weird, but it was like artsy weird, which we weren't ready.
There you go.
2003. Like,
yeah.
Now I think we'd be more like, this is cool, the comic panel thing. But like at the time, it was kind of like, okay, why? But I remember liking it. Like, I don't remember thinking it was bad. And I think as getting older, I've thought like, the acting is really good in it. So it's time for a sequel.
Yeah.
2020, we're doing it.
And I got this sneaking suspicion that Nick Nolte wasn't acting.
But he's so good in that movie. Like, he's so good, and it's like he's
Was
trash.
that the strung out mugshot era?
Yeah, he is.
Right.
It's like this wasn't even a scene. This was them sitting in an empty warehouse, and somebody turned the camera on and somebody said, "Start arguing about something." He turned into that giant thing. Like that really happened.
All right, I think we can move on to movie trailers now. Which I want to start with Child's Play.
Totally.
Cool.
The segment, man, start us off, man, because I know you was hyped for it.
All right, so the trailer. I like basically teaser trailer, and I can't lie. Although I think this reboot or remake is unnecessary, the trailer is very well done. And if the movie holds that tone, I think it might be pretty neat. And basically, and it's just still, see, they still didn't show Chucky. He was either in the shadows or he shot from behind. It was real quick. But the movie, from a filmmaking standpoint, looks good. But I'm very curious. What's her name? I'm horrible with names. Randy.
Aubrey Plaza.
I can't wait to see her in a straight, serious role. But no, the trailer, I loved it. I can't say anything negative about it. I think it's a great teaser, and it has my curiosity at 10. So those are my thoughts.
Do they hold the release date against Toy Story 4? That's genius counter programming.
I think they should keep it. That's it's totally opposite sides of the spectrum.
That's like the one, like, I thought that too. Like, I was like, oh, that's the same day as Toy Story 4. I love that. Like, I was like, oh, that's genius. I would hold that. Even I don't know if it'll work against them, but probably not, because like Toy Story 4 is probably going to be G, and Child's Play is going to be like R. So I don't think they'll be like competing, except for us.
Yeah.
But the one thing that can stab him in the foot, I'm sorry. No, the one thing stab him in the foot, kids aren't going to go to Toy Story by themselves. So then again, adults can't go to see Child's Play.
This is true.
Yeah. That's my thing.
And all the adults that are going to want to see Child's Play are our age too, so they grew up with the original.
Yeah. Like, I'm definitely going to go see Child's Play. I'm a little less enthusiastic. Like, the kid looks 30. Like, that was my first thing. I was like, that dude is in, like...
Yeah, why is he... Good point. Yeah.
She's like, here, I got you your new toy. And he's like, oh, I finally have a friend. Thanks, Mom. And I'm like, okay. Like,
where's the PS4?
Yeah, like, get a dog. Like, I don't know. Like, but whatever. And I straight up, maybe I haven't been paying attention. I didn't know Aubrey Plaza was playing the mom until I watched the trailer. And so I was just like, because I think she's probably like pushing 35, but she could be a lot younger. Like, she could probably be like 25, like in a movie. So I'm just like,
she went on a bender when she was 12.
I think of her the mom to a 30-year-old kid. So I was like, well, this is weird. This is off the bat. It's also clearly going to be a Christmas movie. If you look at the trailer, like, there's Christmas stuff all over the place. So watching that,
he's unwrapping a gift, right?
Oh no, my Andy got Chucky for a birthday gift. I'm out. Not my Chucky.
So
they're changing too much.
And like he's a buddy doll.
Yeah.
And like, these are like little nitpicks that like I usually make fun of people for getting mad at, but it's like at the same time it's kind of like, why? Like, you made the box look the same as the other boxes. Yeah. He's not a good guy.
The term "good guy" doll kind of became as iconic as Chucky too. I never thought about that.
Right. There's a room where That's a rights issue because the other Universal
That makes sense.
is still ongoing.
Yeah.
And but that's just I can't confirm nor deny that, but that's what I heard. That there's a lot of rights issues because the original Chucky storyline is still ongoing. They're doing a TV show. I'm sure, as you know, but
yeah, Mancini wants to keep that going as long as he can.
Yeah, but that's what I got on that. But other than that, I agree with you about the buddy. Yeah, with the interactive eye at the end, the lowercase I, and
yeah,
like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's my whole thing. It's like, I guess. Like, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But so it's like it's gonna get its money from me. So like whatever.
Right.
Like,
and you speak. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's just like you kind of think like Chucky's kind of the only one left really, because you kind of think who else could be Freddy Krueger except for Robert Englund, and they were like, hold my beer. Like let me show you. So it's like who else could do Chucky? They must have some kind of an idea. Like I don't know. I have kind of a theory that he's
Gilbert
not going to have a personality. Like he's going to talk like a toy.
That's funny. That's actually what I was about to touch on because you mentioned Randy about our age. Brad Dourif or Brad Dourif, how you pronounce his name, he's Chucky.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be weird, whatever voice or if they decide to give him, it's going to be totally awkward to us.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Up. So I'm curious. Yeah, you made a great point. How they're going to go with that? And give him a generic robot voice, or I don't know. It's curious.
I have a suspicion that it's going to be like a toy talking, which I'm probably going to hate that. But like I just think like I love you or something like the whole movie.
Yeah,
right.
Twitter's still going to have that "not my Chucky" movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be the Spartacus of that movement while also watching the movie. Like, I'm going to watch all the Chuckies, go see that, just be like, well, that was a waste of time.
Yeah. I think
I'll buy it when it comes out. Like, I'm just going to be
exactly
keep the machine running. But whatever.
I think I'm indifferent about it too, man. Like it was a cool trailer. I'm going to watch it anyway, but it didn't do anything to hurt or help my excitement level. I like that Brian Tyree Henry is in it. The whole cast of Atlanta is staying busy, and I like him. But yeah, man. So, what about Shaft?
I like the Shaft. I thought it made me laugh.
Yeah.
It made me want to like
Junior?
watch the whole Shaft series, which is good.
I only have the first Roundtree and then the Samuel L. Jackson one, and then I wanted to touch on that too. Did they retcon? Because in the Samuel L. Jackson movie, I think Roundtree was his uncle, but then the younger calls him Grandpa.
Calls him Grandpa. Now I think he was probably calling him Grandpa as trying to be derogatory because he's old.
Mm.
And I think he might still be the uncle of Sam Jackson's Shaft, and because it wouldn't, why change that?
Yeah.
That worked.
Yeah, it seems like a direct sequel to that one, so I feel it'll probably. But yeah, maybe I didn't even catch that, or like I didn't like you saying it now. I was like, oh yeah, that's true. Like he called him Grandpa, and I was just like, Grandpa.
Yeah,
and I like that trailer. Like
yeah.
I thought it was like a really funny trailer. I hope the movie does well.
I think Shaft looks fun.
Mm-hmm. I like that one, but it's maybe like I don't think I own any of the old ones. I definitely have the Samuel L. Jackson one. I need to go back because I want to watch just all of them.
Yeah.
Say that I've owned them forever. Just be like, these are the best movies of all time. Nobody deaf.
The reason why he shouldn't change it is, well, I guess real life wouldn't matter in a fictional movie. Sam Jackson and Richard Roundtree only 6 years apart.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's actually, I read that after the trailer, and I was like, wait, damn.
Nobody realizes how old Samuel L. Jackson really is.
He's another one. He could, like, he's 70 now, but he could be like 50.
Easy.
Like he hasn't looked much older. I also have a theory that whenever Samuel Jackson has facial hair, he looks younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
the theory that only I have, that no one else has ever given thought to.
There was no facial hair in Django, and he looked about 115.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I was like, whoa, you are a. It's like every time he's like Nick Fury, he looks the exact same. Like I'm like, you haven't aged 10 years. You still look like 50.
Iron Man 1, Spider-Man Far From Home. Yes, he looks the same age in all of them.
Looks the exact same. Someone needs to look into it. I'm on it. I'm the only person with this theory.
All right.
That's a theory.
Someone's going to look into it.
Did we get your Shaft reaction?
No, basically it looks good. It's funny. I think they're even gonna PG-13 it. That's
I hope not.
From the tone of the trailer, that's what I'm thinking. But
I wouldn't doubt it.
Tim's story too.
Yeah, has Tim's story ever done rated R? I don't think so.
Nope. The Barbershop, the Fantastic, well, those movies.
His
Right
Fantastic
Along,
Four sequel was even PG.
it was PG, right? But no, I like the trailer. I want to check it out, and not first day, maybe not even first weekend, but I think it could work. Definitely.
All right. I really don't want to speak too much on the Aladdin trailer, but I just need to know: are we for or are we against? Did you cringe or get excited when Will Smith Genie popped up?
Go ahead.
I'm fine with, like, I don't know what people were expecting.
Robin
like,
Williams.
Like, genies aren't real. Like, I feel like I need to, like, genies aren't real. Like, I'm sorry that, you know, the first thing they did was bitch that he wasn't blue.
Yeah.
Like, in those pictures, like, it was just Will Smith, like, with the hair tied up, and they're like, ugh, he's not blue. And it was like, okay. And he said, don't worry, I'm going to be blue. And it's literally just the same thing.
But blue.
And everybody's like, wow, I hate it. But it's like, I don't know what they were. That's what I pictured when they said Will Smith's going to be the genie. I was just like, oh, blue Will Smith. I'm okay. Like, I'm for that, I guess. Like, I won't say I love it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I won't say like, oh, that's the genie of my dreams. But it was like fine. Like, I liked the trailer. I was way more concerned that Jafar's voice wasn't sinister at all. Like, in his one little line,
he really wasn't. Bring me the lamp.
Yeah. But that's one little line of dialogue. Like, he could be the best Jafar ever.
Like, and if he's not red at the end of that movie, so help me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how bad's that gonna look?
Right.
Like, how much is that gonna piss everybody off? It's like, oh my god, Jafar didn't even turn red. It's like,
and does Guy Ritchie just always take projects that either nobody's gonna watch or it's just gonna piss everybody off?
Yeah. Like,
yeah, I'm
gonna do well. Like, people are gonna go see it.
Yeah,
definitely.
I don't know what they were expecting. Like, I don't know what the expectation was for live action Aladdin. But, like, so far, I'm on board with it.
Yeah.
Like, it's meeting my middle of the road expectations. Like, it has to be.
I think we are definitely in the same boat. It's like, I honestly think it is no way that Will Smith could have showed up in that teaser and anybody would have liked it.
Yeah.
In the back of everybody's head, Robin Williams,
exactly,
as Genie, is always going to be there. And like you said, he's not in makeup. We hated. He's 3.5 seconds of PG Genie, and it's 3 months. Is it 3 months?
May.
Or when is it released?
Yeah, 3 months.
May.
Memorial Day-ish.
May. So it's a lot of and it's a lot of cleaning up of the CG that they could do, but honestly, it's not bad per se. It's just weird looking.
Yeah.
Like,
and
these are weird looking. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you gonna see? And you're gonna be like, yes, that's a genie.
Yeah. And if you sit down, exactly. You sit down, anybody who's hating on this, and ask them, what do you want it to look like? But Genie?
Yeah.
like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what? Like, you wanted it to come out with the giant chin and the little curly beard. Like, that doesn't make sense in real life.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't. And he's not going to be blue the whole movie.
Yeah.
Right.
He's not. Like, for most of the stuff, he's probably just going to look like Will Smith, and they're going to complain about that too.
Yeah.
But did you all notice Disney panicked and with the reaction, and they released Frozen 2 trailer?
Oh yeah, for sure. That was, hey,
Frozen 2
you guys will like this.
It was.
Like, I'm not even excited. Like, Frozen to me was kind of like, I liked Frozen enough, but it was always kind of like the eye roll. Like, I was like, people are freaking about this way too much. Like, of course there's gonna be a Frozen 2, but like, the trailer was fantastic. Like, you got me excited for something that I wasn't even excited. Like, I was like, where's she going? What is she trying to do? Where is Olaf? Like, I'm over here like freaking out.
Did I watch the Frozen trailer?
Okay.
I don't know if I watched the Frozen trailer.
It's in the link in my bio.
Shameless plug.
Anybody who wants to watch it, it's still there.
At the Nick Goodman.
But it's like a super, like, it's a teaser. Like, and it really doesn't tell you anything about the.
So it's not the 20-minute pre-Coco mini movie that we got?
Nah.
No,
that was sarcasm.
Man. I love that too, because everything you saw of Coco, it was like also with Olaf, goes to town or whatever the fuck. And it was like, every commercial was like, and don't forget, Olaf is doing his thing. And it was everywhere. It had its own movie poster. And like half of it was like, Run of Coco. Like, it was everywhere. And everyone was still mad that, like, it was in front of the movie. They were like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm sitting here watching this. It was like,
so many parents walked out to make sure they were in the right theater.
Yes.
When I saw Coco.
I saw that,
It was like, you begged, like, Disney spoon-fed you the shit that you have been just nonstop talking about for like 3 years. Just Frozen this and Frozen that. And, like, here it is. There's some bullshit that we made up for you to watch.
Right.
Like, they were so mad about it.
All the actors took their own time to come back.
Yeah, like, they're like, because you loved him for no reason, here's Olaf, goes to town. And he, like, it was like a half hour long, and people were like, oh, God. And it showed the Pixar short, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was a Pixar short in front of it, too.
Yeah, there was a good 30 minutes before Coco and no trailers.
I love it because kids get antsy, and so the parents are like, oh my God. It's like, that's what you get for bringing your kids to the movies. Ever. That's what you get. You watch Olaf and go home. Let me watch Coco.
How to Train Your Dragon was so irritating yesterday. So many kids.
Oh, man. I won't go off on a thing. I saw How to Train Your Dragon like 3 weeks ago.
Yes, I know. I was super jealous.
And it was full of kids. They weren't that bad, though. Like, but it was full of kids, and I was sitting there by myself. Like, I went by myself like a creep.
The creepy dude.
I was eating popcorn right in the middle. Like, I was like,
getting all the glares.
It's gonna be the worst day of my life. But they actually weren't that bad, I can say. Like, they were. It was like a whole event. Like, they walked in with like stuffed animals, like posters, and I was like, where the fuck did everyone get? I was like mad.
Where's mine?
Yeah, I was like, because they were.
You know what? You all probably inadvertently brought up a good entire episode we should do. Bad movie theater experiences. Because I have some good ones.
I could do that with no featured guests.
Yeah. Never bring kids to the movies. Like, I didn't want to get up, like, because I'd been sitting there by myself, and I was like, I don't want to get up, find out where they're selling the toys, and then come back by myself and sit down like with my dragon. So
that would have been amazing.
I didn't, but like if I'd have gone to the bathroom or something, I'd be like, hey, let me get one of those for my kid
that I left in the theater.
But anyway, yeah, I don't want to go off on that because I could talk about that all day. Just kids at the movies.
Oh yeah. Okay. We're gonna move on to what I feel like is gonna be exclusive to the Rec League podcast, because the Oscars ain't doing this tonight, man. We gotta do in memoriam for the Marvel Netflix series of shows that I am devastated. Like I knew every cancellation. As soon as Daredevil got canceled, I was like, okay, they're all gonna be gone. And then I was still hurt the other day when my birthday was this past Wednesday. I swear I was gonna wake up on my birthday, Punisher and Jessica Jones gone, but they decided to do one on President's Day because no one was gonna notice because it was a holiday.
Yeah.
They noticed.
Oh yeah.
We noticed.
So you kind of, Nick, you went through Instagram and asked everybody what their favorite series was. It was kind of like a mixed bag, except Iron Fist and Daredevil didn't really get any love.
It was predominantly Daredevil. That was the. I got a couple Jessica Joneses, like one or two Punishers, like one or two Luke Cages. No Iron Fist, like whatsoever.
No.
Like no one. There was no one on the hill for Iron Fist.
God,
I haven't thought about like.
Wasn't it
like
showing promise though?
I didn't hate season 1 as much as like I don't know.
I didn't either.
Maybe my expectations just weren't through the roof for it. Like I was like, it's fine. It was fine. Like it was a TV show. Like I was like I watched it all. Like at no point was I like this is trash and like turned it off.
What's his name? Meacham, the dad. He was over the top, but everybody else was serviceable.
Like I don't know. Like I was fine enough with it that I was surprised when it got canceled. That was the first one, I think.
Yeah.
I remember being like,
like
really? Like, and then they started doing it, and I was like, oh, I see what
here we go.
You see what's happening.
Yeah. Defenders never really got canceled. They were just like, yeah, we're not going to do another one.
Right. Yeah. Never officially canceled it.
So they didn't cancel it. So it's still.
You bring everybody back.
Like they're gonna be like, don't worry, guys. We still have Defenders. Like, don't. Everybody's like, why'd you cancel Punisher? I'll be like, don't worry. Defender season 2 is coming when we feel like it. Because they're still doing Jessica Jones season 3, I think.
Yeah.
I read that they've already like done it, so they're gonna put it out. But
yeah.
Eric, man, we would rank all the shows by how you seen and all of that.
Cool. And at the top, gonna have to go with Daredevil. And even, man, it's super sad when they canceled that, but so Daredevil, and next it's gonna be the Punisher. And Punisher, probably Luke Cage, then Jessica Jones, then the Defenders. And that's it. No, but
cold as ice.
let me get to Iron Fist. And the fact that Iron Fist it basically segues into the Defenders, I think is what actually weakened the Defenders. Because Iron Fist, Danny Rand is basically the plot device for the Defenders.
Yeah. Dollar store Tony Stark.
And even without that, the Defenders, I like how they did when they were reintroducing the characters individually with the color schemes, with the cinematography, and that was cool. But I think they waited too long to get them together.
Yeah.
You look at all of
The episode order was like 5 episodes shorter than normal, and then they don't bring them together until like episode 3.
Yeah.
I remember people thinking it took too long. Like I remember thinking, a couple of the seasons, I was like, they kind of spread it like butter. Like they kind of spread this a little thin to reach the 12 episodes. I remember thinking Defenders was still a little like I was like, all right, let's wrap it up. All right.
And the thing is with Iron Fist, and this is me being a martial artist and looking at fight choreography. Like Daredevil season 3 when Bullseye's wearing the Daredevil suit and they fight in the office. And watch that scene again. I watched it 3 times. Static, wide, great choreography, great editing, no shaky cam. And Danny Rand, forget the actor. But those fight scenes in that first season of Iron Fist are just very poorly done. And the editing is bad. obviously the cutting around the fact that forget the actor's name, that he's
Finn
not really
Jones.
good with the choreography. There we go. And this goes in to prove my point. When he makes his cameo on the last season of Luke Cage, he has better fight choreography.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes of that season.
Exactly, and they go to show it was just bad show running. For I don't think the show was terrible. Don't get me wrong, but in the comparison, they. And to be honest, I didn't finish the rest of all of season 2 of Iron Fist. I think I got through the mid part of it. It was just that bad taste of the first season in my mouth. Yeah, but definitely, that's the ranking right there. Daredevil is one of the best shows that was on Netflix, Marvel or not.
That's pretty close to my rankings.
I think that's exactly how I would rank them. I might switch Iron Fist and Defenders. Like, remember, I might put Defenders as last. Yeah. My hopes for that were way higher than my Iron Fist hopes. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
I was like, it's Iron Fist. Like, who cares? I like Defenders. And, like, you had the little thing, like the little teaser video when they were, like, in the elevator, and then Jessica Jones, like, punches out the camera. Like, that got me more hyped than, like, anything else. I was like, holy shit, like, this is going to be better than Avengers. This is going to be the best thing of all time that has ever been done. Like, this is what we're going to show our grandkids. Like, look what we did. Look what our generation did. And, like, it was just kind of, like, fine. Like, it takes a couple nights to get through a season. And, like, I remember Daredevil season 2. Like, when that came out, I was so excited to, like, get off work and, like, go home and watch. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, Elektra showed up last night. Like, what are we going to do? And, like, I was never that way about Defenders. I was like, well, here we go.
They got caught in this rut of, like, switching out the villain, like, pulling this villain switch that, like, Iron Fist season 1 did, Defenders did. I don't know, does Daredevil season 2 count?
Luke Cage was, like, the first one.
Yeah, Luke Cage season 1 did it.
Bad guy. He was this really cool bad guy. And then,
Cottonmouth.
Like, it was like, damn, wow, they got rid of him like that. And then they did it in Iron Fist. It was like, okay, this is less interesting.
Yeah.
And they did it in Defenders.
To Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver? I was like, are you kidding me? Like, Sigourney Weaver, like, come on. Like, whatever. I thought I was the only one noticing that. Like, for a while, I was like, okay. I was like, is anybody going to talk about how they're just redoing the same thing? Like, so it was like they erased the script from the last show and just rewrote people's names. And so it's like, we're going to kill Sigourney Weaver. I don't remember her name on the show. But it was just kind of like...
I don't either.
It wasn't a shock. Like, it was like, okay, shocker. It was a shock on Luke Cage when they did it. Because they kind of him as, like, the bad guy.
They killed a future Oscar winner.
I know. And, like, they're lost now.
And then, who was it? Was it
career best work?
Diamondback ended up being, like, so over the top, man. Like, Cottonmouth was, like, so restrained and, like New York gangster. And then Diamondback was so over the top. Carl.
He was like, look at my helmet. Like, I just remember his, like, costume being like, who approved that? But I guess, okay, we're going with this. I like Luke Cage. Season 1 of Luke Cage, I remember really liking. The season 1s of pretty much, well, I guess not everything, but, like, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Daredevil were like, wow, Netflix are really, they're doing this right now. Yeah. And then, like, Iron Fist, like, was fine. I just think it was kind of like the bar was set a little too high, almost.
Yeah.
It was like they're not going to live up. A lot of people were mad that there wasn't like an Asian actor, which I think would have made sense. It would have been one of those things like, why not? Like, you probably should have. Like, it wouldn't have made anything worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just never really hit the way. It's like once Daredevil was over, like the last maybe like 3 episodes of the first season, I remember I was like glued. Like, I was like, this is it. Like, this is like the best show. Superhero shows are never going to be the same after this. And they really weren't. And there's superhero shows all over the place now.
Cool.
And at that time, what was that, like 2015?
Yeah.
14?
Yeah, around there.
it's like since then there have been so many more. Like the whole CW thing, like they're just adding to that roster like every year because they're like confident it's going to work. Not that I'm giving Netflix all the credit for that, but it's kind of like I'm not giving Netflix the credit for that. I mean, those shows were
Okay.
the next level of good.
Overall, who's everybody's favorite villain out of every season?
That's a good question.
Kingpin, season 1.
He's my number 2. I don't know if I give Kingpin season 3 or season 1 the higher.
I think of the season 1 Kingpin like towards the end, because like the beginning they played him kind of small, like he was real quiet, real reserved, and by the end like you had no doubt in your mind that he was just gonna beat ass. Like when he was like out and like they were like he was like getting arrested or whatever. I need to rewatch season 1, but like and they busted him out and he was like, "You see anybody? Like shoot him down or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, he is not playing with you guys. Like this is the Kingpin."
I know it's like
every time he showed up after that, I was like,
yeah,
that's the man.
I know it's like a clash of tones and all of that, TV contracts, movie contracts, man. But I want Spider-Man to go up against Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin.
That'd be right.
They keep acting like that's a possibility, even though like it's not.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
It's like somebody in that room's like it's not, but like we're all just like it could. Like. Yeah, like it's like I don't even want like another Kingpin. Like just put Kingpin in the Spider-Man. It's like I want that Kingpin to go into the movie and like into that world. And it's like they just should. Like I just think like somebody somewhere should just step on the table and just be like, look, this is what we're gonna do.
This is happening.
This is a great idea. Just kind of reintroduce him a little bit in the movies. It wouldn't be that hard. But there's some reason, I don't know, there's just some reason why they can't do that. I don't know what it is, but there's like some reason why they can't make that work.
We get your villain pick, Eric?
It's got to be Kingpin. I can't see, because he's just, yeah, like I told you, Randy, with the mustache twirling villain is the type of villain I hate. And Kingpin is there's a lot of layers to him. He's well developed, and obviously Vincent D'Onofrio was a great actor. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's him. It's Kingpin. I can't, unless I'm missing somebody, which I don't think I am. And yeah, I don't think anybody. Yeah, by now it's Kingpin. It's just a hell of a character, and I like that he got to in season 2 of Daredevil that he got to interact with Frank Castle.
Yeah.
I really like that. And yeah, beat the hell out of him. And but yeah, definitely Kingpin.
I gotta go with Kilgrave, man, from Jessica Jones season 1. He was too nasty.
He'd probably be a pretty close second. Like he was awesome.
The mental abuse, and then his mind control, making people do stuff was kind of mental abuse. But then he did his parents in. Man. And then David Tennant kills it. Like,
of course.
To be an effective villain, you have to give a good performance. I was gonna give you guys a joke response, and then nobody came to mind that was like semi-believable.
Because they killed off all the other villains and all the other seasons of the shows.
Yeah.
Right.
There's only 2 villains that there are. You're just like I was gonna say Cottonmouth, but he was only in it for 10 minutes. Like like Kingpin or like the Hand.
The Hand, yeah, that big build up.
Awesome.
The Thanos of Netflix.
It's like the dude who played, what's his name, Jigsaw on The Punisher.
Yeah, Ben Barnes.
Prince Caspian, The Chronicles of Narnia.
I didn't know that was him until like a week ago.
Yeah. Wow. But he was like fine.
Yeah.
I have I'm just full disclosure with everybody. I have not finished season 2 of The Punisher. I already told you that. But I was real when they took his thing off and he only had like a few
Yeah, he's like,
cuts. I was like if you ever saw the Punisher Warzone movie,
Yeah.
like
oh yeah.
you can't even tell that that's the same dude.
Yeah, that's
Who,
not the
like,
main guy from
when
The
he
Wire.
comes off, he's got like the leather face mask on. It was like, oh man, they fucked him up. But like this one, it was just like, look at my face. It was like, yeah, like it's like he cut himself shaving basically. That kind of put him down a little bit. Like, but in the first season, I thought he was good in that part because if you weren't familiar with the characters or how any of it went, like you wouldn't really have suspected that guy
Yeah.
of bit. So like I liked that. I liked Punisher season 1 a lot. I need to just start from episode 1 of Daredevil, just go through. I want to do that. I'm gonna try to do that this year.
Man, yeah, like he was in season 1, he was like a rich douchebag, but your heart still drops every time he gets in the car when he gets in the car with the priest from The Sopranos. Like that's the reveal. Like, oh
yeah.
shit, Russo's not really a friend.
Yeah, that's his war buddy. Like,
Yeah.
that's his brother in arms. And you're just like, no loyalty anymore.
I swear, like
In my head, I'm like, that's Jigsaw. It's coming.
Yeah. I was gonna
That's
review season 2, and then they canceled everything, so the plans changed. And then,
Right.
and then that's another thing that really irks me about all these cancellations, man. Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Daredevil all ended on cliffhangers. Punisher teases like, "Hey, I'm still gonna whoop ass," but not to where like, "Oh, I need season 3 right now."
Is there any official word? Like, it was the assumption a while back that they were just going to go on the Disney streaming thing, or that like Disney wanted to get all their stuff off Netflix. Is that true? Because
Not necessarily. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've heard people say like, well, they can't use these characters for like 2 years now, and I've heard people say that Netflix made the decision, like they were just mad that Disney were making their own thing, so they were like, well, we'll show you, and just got rid of those. So does anyone have actual word on if that's true?
Yeah, basically it's all speculation, and it's whichever one you think makes more sense. And basically, people from insiders, they say the second one that you said, that Netflix basically cutting their losses because the Disney Plus is coming out and basically be advertising their competition.
Yeah.
And also the licensing fee for the Marvel name is the rumor that Disney had kicked that up and Netflix didn't want to pay it, and so we just cut everything and they just didn't want to be paying with the competition or whatnot, or advertising for the competition. So, and Netflix is making successful enough to make that move. They're bringing in how many billion, and it wouldn't affect them. It sucks. It would help them, but I don't think it would hurt them that they did.
Yeah, it's their Netflix is not losing sleep.
Nah.
Either.
Exactly.
Because I remember like House of Cards came out. That was only like 7 years ago, something like that. And it was like, wow, Netflix are making their own show. And like
They made this on their own?
Every time I'm on Netflix now, I come across only on Netflix something I've never even heard of. They're like, the hit show that you loved is back for season 3. And I'm like,
right.
Nah.
There's an the show with Claire Foy. She's a queen or something.
I think it's called The Crown. Yeah.
Yeah, she was on SNL and he did a Netflix sketch or whatever. Like they're trying to create an infinite scroll and to complete that. Anybody try to watch every movie that they can, and they have a young lady in a meeting pitching. And she's like, well, the show is about a girl, and the Netflix guy just starts throwing money. Go, make it. And yeah, and it's and it's one show that only one person watch, and it's a hit, and stuff like that.
That's what it is. the whole Me Too thing that happened last year, they were like, such and such got in trouble doing such and such, and this might put his Netflix show in jeopardy. And I'm like,
They're like what Netflix show?
I'm like, it gets canceled after 2 seasons. I'm like, that's so sad. Like, I've literally never heard of that show. Like, and my thing now, because I started streaming Netflix on a new thing, it has like a screensaver. Like, if you leave it up too long, which I do all the time, and it just starts showing Netflix original stuff. And it's like, I've heard of like 10% of it. It's like, you might like Bright. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. And then it's the Vampire School. And I'm like, oh, totally. There's nothing like that on TV. Like, yeah.
And Randy asked me about Happy Death Day and the time loop show. And there's a new show with what's her name, Natasha Lynn. No, from the American Pie chick we talk about.
Oh yeah, Natasha Lyonne.
Oh yeah, the Russian Doll.
Yeah, Russian Doll. It's a time loop show.
I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, but no, Netflix isn't going anywhere. I don't think Disney Plus is going to be a threat at all.
No, I think
there's
slight rumors. Like, I heard about all the licensing and stuff, and there's rumors out there that once everything Fox is owned by Disney, that maybe once that 2-year waiver is over, that maybe Hulu might try to pick up all the shows and revive them. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I still don't have Hulu.
Me either.
And like, I feel like if I don't have it now, I'm probably just not going to have it ever. I think my sister does though, so I can maybe. I don't know. Like, this is every Hulu original show. So, like, the only one I haven't watched, The Handmaid's Tale yet, but I'm like super interested in it. So I bought both seasons. I just haven't watched them yet. But other than like that, there's not a ton on Hulu that I'm just. It just seems like Coke and Pepsi. It's like, well, this is Netflix. This is like, well,
yeah.
I don't need two. It's like I've got one.
Right.
Maybe
so I just hope then that the streaming services don't get saturated to the fact where it'll be cheaper to go back to cable. Because I don't need cable, because with Netflix and Prime and all the movies I got with Blu-rays and DVDs. Because let me ask you this: have you all heard of Spectrum, the cable company?
Yeah. I got internet through them.
They have their own streaming service.
Do they really?
Yeah, and the show that's going to be on it is the Bad Boys spinoff with Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba.
Okay.
Again, stupid NBC.
Yeah.
It's like everybody has their one exclusive thing. It's like
the DC streaming service with Titans, and
I recommend that. I haven't started Doom Patrol yet, but Titans was phenomenal.
Mm. Yeah, and I'm forgetting about it because
I've heard that Titans is supposed to like come to Netflix or come to Blu-ray or whatever, and I was like, well, I can wait then.
Yeah. I heard it. I think Titans is on Netflix now overseas, but we're not that special.
So I gotta move instead of just getting DC. Move. Have you watched Doom Patrol yet?
Not yet. I'll start it here. I'm trying to empty out my DVR and then I'll start it.
Okay. Well, because as of right now, like, I'm planning on doing the Disney streaming thing as long as it's not like $50 a month. It's like they're gonna do a lot of Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
And like I'm there for that, I guess. As long as it's not like ridiculous, like $50 a month, I don't see myself doing that.
Nah.
But
yeah, it depends on pricing, because I'm interested in a couple of the rumored, maybe in production Marvel shows that they've announced.
Oh yeah, and all that. Like, that seems pretty pointless. I'm still gonna watch like a Loki show.
Right? Do we need a Loki show? Do we need a Winter Soldier, Falcon, buddy cop show, or whatever they're gonna do?
I'm there.
How does this further the MCU post Thanos? Not at all.
Right.
Just needs to be Bucky and Falcon in that little blue car like from Civil War.
Yeah, they just need to
Can
be
you move your seat
playing
up? Just
paper,
needs
rock,
to be that
scissors.
whole
Yeah. Just
interaction.
a
Just like
paper, rock,
road trip.
scissors tournament. I'm the new Cap. When Steve dies, I take the shield.
Yeah. And he just crushes his hand with his metal hand.
Yes.
There, we wrote a show. It's like, go. Film.
Pretty much. That's, yeah, but and what else? And it's another streaming service a lot of people are asleep on, and it's free. Anybody would take a guess at it?
Free?
Free, and it's the only drawback is not really a drawback is they have advertisements, 2-minute commercials, it's uncensored, movies and TV shows. Crackle.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I have Crackle on my phone, so I can watch Joker 2 like a few years ago. That turned me off Crackle.
They
Like, I
did
was
make
like,
Joe Dirt too, didn't they?
I was like, you know what? Crackle sucks. I'm never doing this again.
Joe Dirt. Yeah, that's their. That
They
was an
put money
original
into
from,
this.
right?
That was part of my Instagram rant when all these shows got canceled that Netflix was just going to put all their money into another Adam Sandler movie.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that deal was just, man.
Adam Sandler is actually a genius for it, though, because pretty much all these movies have been horrible, and no big budget studio wants to pay to make them. Netflix said, "Fuck it, though."
Yeah, I was done with Adam Sandler when, with Pixels, but probably before that. But I was like through all the way with Pixels because Chris Columbus directing this awesome premise, and how could you screw it up? But guess what, man. That's when that movie was supposed to be the greatest thing ever. I mean, come on. That shows how lazy and I guess Chris Columbus can't blame him. They must have gave him a nice paycheck.
Oh yeah. From the director of Home Alone and Mrs. Doubtfire.
And Harry Potter.
And the first two Harry Potters.
Yeah.
Like, he won that, like, over Spielberg. Like, they were like, this is the man right here. Chris Columbus. He discovered America. Like, he did all these great things, and now he's just...
It worked out, though, because if Spielberg does those first two Harry Potters, do we not get Minority Report, Catch Me If You Can, AI?
True.
It's true.
Yeah.
Minority Report. Great movie. All of them, really. Are they better than Harry Potter, though? I don't know. I don't know. Somebody would argue with that.
I don't know, man. I think we covered everything that I had on the agenda today. This was stupid fun and ran a lot longer than I thought it would.
Of course.
Hopefully my guy...
One person short.
Yeah, hopefully my guy isn't sick next time. Next time I get some wild idea, we can do a 4-man panel. But when I come back, man, we going to talk about the NBA at the break. Rec League Podcast. Stay tuned. Okay, man, we back, man. We back, man. We going to talk about sports first. I got the OG, Rec League OG, Old Man Lawrence. Just NBA season up to this point. Like, surprising teams, in my opinion, would be like the Denver Nuggets, who I think I have predicted 8th seed. They're flirting with 1. I think they're currently 2. Milwaukee Bucks. I think that's what I was trying to like think about. What I was talking to you and Jason about when we did the predictions. That I had the Wizards and the Bucks as those two teams projected to do like great things. Washington has proved me right, but Milwaukee punching me all up in the mouth. I think Giannis is overall MVP so far. Like what's stood out to you so far this season?
Yeah, Denver definitely. I don't remember if I predicted them in the playoffs or not, but we knew that they would be a legit team. I didn't think they'd be a legit contender, though.
Yeah.
So that's a surprise. Milwaukee's a surprise. I'm kind of surprised Toronto's doing as well as they are. I mean, I didn't know what to expect as far as them gelling or meshing together, whatever. Kawhi would even play, yada, yada, yada. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Portland is another kind of a surprise. They've been killing. They just picked up Canner.
NBA Drake.
NBA's most wanted. I don't know. Didn't he have like he can't even go home?
NBA man, Canner's a clown, man. That's what Jalen and Jacoby was saying a few days ago. Like, he's an automatic double-double, man, but he's a clown.
Yeah, it was a solid pickup for them because now they got him and Nurkic.
Yeah.
But the Washington Wizards kind of. I think it's time to blow it up. I think they are going to blow it up, honestly. I'm also kind of surprised with just lately the Boston Celtics. Seems like they got some drama going on or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of surprised that the Lakers aren't doing as well as I thought they would. Like, I think I predicted them to make the 4th seed out there. And I don't even think they're like 9th right now.
They're like 4 games out of 8.
Yeah, granted LeBron missed some time or whatever. But yeah, it's been some surprises. Like individual players. Giannis is killing it, and I have to admit, I'd probably say PG's the MVP right now. I know most people probably say Harden, but
no.
I don't think I can give it to Harden, aka Mr. Free Throw.
Yeah, I'm in the boat that Harden shooting so much is taken away from his MVP.
Yeah, I hate to sound salty or bitter or whatever, but the Rockets are just hard. They're no fun to watch, man. They're not. If you ask me, this is just my personal opinion again. I don't think they're any fun to watch because it's going to be James Harden has the ball, dribble, step back and throw up a shot, or James Harden dribble, drive to the lane and get fouled. I don't know. It's just not fun to watch. Every now and then he'll dish it or whatever for like a dunk. Somebody's cutting the lane or whatever.
Hey, they won in Golden State last night. Did he play last night?
Who?
Harden.
I don't know who they played.
Golden State. They won in Golden State.
Oh yeah, they beat Golden State. Then probably.
Chris Paul was putting the shakes on Boogie.
I'll say Chris Paul. Yeah, he's finally back in that rotation or whatever.
Yeah, that's Clint Capella. Clint Capella being out hurt them. Yeah. That's what I was about to say with my disappointments. That the Celtics been a soap opera all year. Like, I think we all had them top 2. We all had them predicted top 2 in the East, and they might not even make home court as long as squad doesn't slip out. That's what every expert. That's their, as long as whenever the Pacers come back down to earth without Victor Oladipo, then Boston and Philly won't have to play each other in the first round. We still here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think I said this in the group chat like that first week after Vic went down. I was like, damn, man, it's just not the same team anymore.
Oh yeah.
Then we picked up Wes Matthews and we started playing.
Oh no, we there.
This team is fun as hell to watch.
Yeah. The Pacers were super fun.
Yeah, we're still playing really good ball. Last night we kicked the shit out of Washington Wizards, even though the score made it look like it's closer than it really was.
Yeah,
we were blowing them out the whole game. Yeah. And then who we had before that?
Pelicans. We were down by 20 in the first half against the Pelicans on Friday. Came back and busted that ass.
Yeah, got it them bad. Yeah, so we've been playing some really good ball. There's an individual player I wanted to touch on that kind of surprised me this year that's doing kind of well. Luka Doncic is killing it. The rookie or whatever, but I feel like there's somebody I was shocked that they're playing so well. I can't think of it now. Hey, how that shit happens.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to say like
Rec League, man. You can tell I don't be taking no notes.
Yeah, Rec League podcast, man. We ain't professionals, man. We just know enough to hold court.
I get the boost and one take it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the Lakers. Like I had the Lakers like 7 seed before LeBron injury, before Lonzo injury. Man, they were flirting with 3rd. The Lakers were exceeding expectations, and now they're gonna struggle to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and all that Anthony Davis talk or whatever. Everybody in the locker room was just probably not having.
Oh yeah, all their young guys were shook.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I think as time goes by, I think they'll come around or whatever. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs now, but
they'll make a push. I don't know.
And like I said, I think PG's my MVP, man. He's just that dude is just insane right now. And it hurts to say that too, guys.
He got somebody on his level as far as skills. Like he was the man. I don't think he was prepared to be the man with the Pacers. And now he could be the man because you got Russell Westbrook over there averaging a triple-double ever since Kevin Durant left.
Dude, how crazy is that? He's averaging a triple-double. He's not even in MVP talks.
Yep.
It's like, oh, Russ got another triple-double. Oh, the sun rose today. Same day.
And then what I wanted to touch on trade deadline or All-Star game. The actual All-Star game was actually fun this year.
Yeah, the camera angle was weird every now and then. I actually thought the camera angle was kind of nice at first. It's like, oh, this is kind of legit. Then it kind of whoever was controlling it, I don't know. It just got kind of weird there for a second.
Yeah, but it was fun, man.
The game was okay. I I just like everybody else, I wish it was a little bit more competitive because I think, man, some of those games would be crazy fun to watch if they were really going all out.
Yeah, they got to start playing 48 minutes of defense, make it an actual game.
I wouldn't say 40 minutes, but at least the entire second half, man. But they usually don't turn it on until fourth quarter.
3 minutes left.
But I did in the group chat successfully predict that Kevin Durant was going to win the MVP. I just want to put that out there.
Hey, man, ain't nobody worried about that, man. I did pick Team Giannis and Giannis to win MVP and win all the monies and the victories and all of that. Because I'm kind of surprised they really wasn't pushing Kemba to get MVP, but it is what it is. Game being in Charlotte.
Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, he probably missed his first few shots and then was like, nah, I just give the Steph.
The dunk contest and the 3-point shootout. I didn't even watch it live this year. I just caught the highlights of it. I looked at the dunk contest lineup or whatever, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna have some fun instead of sitting here.
The 3-point was fun. I think the 3-point was fun. Nobody expected Joe Harris to take that, so that's what made that exciting. Joe Harris from the Nets, he was wet in every round.
Everybody was like, who is this guy?
Yeah. And then, I mean, the dunk contest, man, you got to stop letting guys get so many tries. And then all the props are taking over. I don't know. The dunk contest is what it is. I don't know. I want them to bring back where they had a current player, a legend, and then a WNBA player. I forget what they called it, but they haven't done it in the past few years.
Oh, yeah, we got to hit like the shots from different spots on the court or whatever.
Yeah, that was fun. Vic, Reggie, Tamika Catchings. That's all I'm saying.
Wow, right there.
And the skills challenge is still fun too.
Yeah, Jason Tatum won that shit with like a half court heave.
Yeah, see, I forget who was saying that it takes away from the competition shooting from half court, or like how Trey is it Trey Young? How he would throw the ball in front of him instead of dribbling. I don't know. You gotta look for that advantage wherever you can, I guess.
Oh yeah, dude, especially when you're getting timed. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. And then I think that might be it for basketball, man. Like, it's been a fun season so far.
Yeah, besides Vic getting hurt.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I thought we were gonna screw up some brackets.
I wasn't trying to acknowledge all that. Victor Oladipo, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think if not Porzingis, man, maybe Tobias Harris might have been like the most surprising trade.
Yeah. Yeah, because they got some depth now.
Yeah, Philly got the best starting five in the East.
Yo, they got some depth. They got that big dude coming off the bench now. However you say his name.
Oh, the dude who can rebound without even jumping.
Oh yeah. I can't think of his name.
I can't pull it either.
I can't think of his name.
Zubac is the dude that the Clippers got from the Lakers.
Goofy ass dude, he's out there dancing and shit all the time.
Yeah. Man, but that's it for NBA though. We'll come back and talk more NBA before the playoffs start in a couple months. When we flip this right quick and come back, we're gonna talk about that Killer Mike series on Netflix. Trigger warning. Yo. The asses and gases, the masks and cabinets, the infractions of bad shit imagine can happen. My raps is just bad shit. Distractions to laugh with. Then fragments of half-wits is scattered as rappers. Saquon, they run it back quick. The rap slick make them do backflips. Mental pause. I spit the bars that make men applause. You so ugly that you trigger bitches menopause. Fresher than mint cigars. Your simple bars can't get with ours. Pimple scars. Last time I gave a fuck, I left a condom in the rental cars. Check your credentials hard. You can't get with Legacy, Otis D, or Randy Little bars. Yo. I know the weakness of my enemies and all my partners in the league. Nobody that you marvel over can go toe-to-toe with me. Got the suits, got the gadgets, had my fair share of sidekicks. Couldn't do what I do, but it just so happens I'm rich. Look up in the sky, see my signal, that's a symbol. I fight crime, whether they telling jokes or telling riddles. Contingencies for the Clark Kents or Diana Prince. I reminisce of the days before psychopathic Harvey Dent's. I hold down my city, that's of the utmost importance. Anywhere else is cool to patrol, that's what I told Hal Jordan. I can afford it, it don't even matter what you asking. And if you catch me when the sun's up, guns up, even my fucking butler packing. Whether the clock king or Bane, they say they bring the pain. I am peak human conditioning. Cause I study and I train. I just clean up the streets. I'm not who starts fights. Brains of a detective, skills of a ninja moving through this dark night. Yo, hey yo, I know they heard of me. Recently turned 33, like Larry the Kid, a legend. So by default, you worse than me. If you want a lesson in greatness, just start observing me. If you need to know how to weight lift, just watch Otis D. Hopefully you put a condom on before you try to invade a bitch's ovaries. Failed the inspection, you shot trying to demerit you worthless. Getting buckets while all the chickens hit the churches. Bitches lining up to give me below the belly service. My bar's so dirty that they'll make Nelly nervous. On a really real bitch, I suggest you bring your best. Rec League, motherfucker, we don't expect no less. To be completely honest, you just ain't seen as no threat. You claim to be better than us, I guess you Jussie Smollett. And we back, man. This might be a loophole, but it's my shit. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. It's hip hop, but it's not hip hop, man. We gonna talk about Trigger Warning with Killer Mike. It's on Netflix. What was it, like 6 episodes, and it's dope. A hip hop artist.
6 episodes, wasn't it? I thought it was 8. But yeah, you're right.
A hip hop artist hosts the show, so it qualifies as a hip hop topic. And
Killer Mike, one of my favorite rappers. I've been riding with him since Monster back in the day.
Hands down, since the whole world on the Outkast Best of compilation and Scooby Doo soundtrack.
I still have my Monster CD and certain songs on it just won't play anymore, and it's not even scratched. That's crazy.
Yeah, you wore that shit up. But yeah, you recently watched it. I watched it like a week or two after it came out. I think in January. So
I think I finished it last week actually.
What you think of it overall, and then we'll touch like episode by episode a little bit.
I thought it was really good, man. I haven't really heard anybody say anything bad about it. Honestly, I think everybody that's pretty much watched it thought it was really good. A lot of people calling it genius or whatever, and I think certain aspects of it were genius, borderline genius. But it was definitely entertaining. It was funny as hell. At the same time, man, it made you stop and think. Made you think about some shit.
Word. I swear, like I was watching episode 1. Like, man, like I can easily live Mexican for 3 days. Because episode 1, because I live in Del Rio, Texas, man. I'm right by the border. I'm not trying to be on some insensitive or anything. But you still there? You went. Can you see me? Because you went black on my screen.
Yeah, I'm still here. Somebody calling me.
Come on, man. And then
come on, man, keep the show going. Be professional.
Hey, outtakes. Bloop. But you know, like I just got faded up. Local Mexican barbershop. There are a couple burger pizza spots around here that I could live Mexican for like 3 days. Can't live white though. If you live in white, you giving back to big business. You just can't live white. That's what episode 1 had me thinking. Like,
it's easy. Everything you do is white for the most part.
And that's what he was like, man. Who made my card? He was in there like, I can't drive. I can't eat this.
Yeah, that shit was funny, man. He's like, my refrigerator is white as hell.
Yep. And like that's like I felt like it was more sending a message like support locally owned businesses to keep the money local and all of that. I thought that was real smart.
Yeah, that was a real dope episode. It was probably a perfect way to start the show, honestly, because it had a little bit of humor in it, but at the same time, it was also educational, made you stop and think about some
stuff. Special guest appearance by LP,
where he was like we said, he couldn't drive because no black people own car companies or whatever.
Yeah,
he found that local. Damn, I just went blank again. He found that local bike shop where the dude like restored bikes or whatever. And he was like, "Hey man, you don't have to know any Jamaicans, do you?" Because he was trying to find some weed. That was hilarious.
Hey, he could have found a Mitsubishi or a Hyundai or something.
Yeah, but that ain't black owned, man.
Oh yeah, living black. I was thinking about just
Black
not
only.
living white.
Nah, black only.
I got confused. I was thinking about just not living white.
Yeah, because he was in the strip club. Remember that? And that half Asian lady came up to him. He's like,
Yeah.
"I'm sorry,
I'm living
letting you
back.
stay
I'm
in the
living
black
black for the
community
next 3 days.
You gotta go."
Yep. And then episode 2 was called "Fuck School," and he went into this little elementary school and told all these little first graders, "You will not be president. You will not go to the moon. Your dreams will not come true." But he was teaching them how to like fix sinks and toilets, be plumbers and welders, and like real hands-on, abilities that people really can't do as the younger generation grows up. And again, like I thought that was real smart.
Yeah. When you go in there and you kill a little kid's dreams, it's kind of like, damn,
A little bit.
Just totally. But these kids are so young. Or like, honestly, you really want to go to be president? Like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
So you say you just killed this kid's dreams, but honestly, man, this kid, because that one kid's like, I'm gonna cure cancer. I'm gonna make all my family members superheroes.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Sorry, Timmy.
But the underlying subject matter, or whatever, about learning a trade and making money and making yourself a valuable asset. And yeah, there's some truth to that, I guess. But at the same time, though, we need engineers. We need doctors. So
facts.
I mean, you can get some. The world needs blue collar skilled workers for sure. But we also need the quote unquote white collar jobs out there too. But it was very entertaining, and it was a good way to do it because it was funny. You know what I mean? It was a funny episode. And he kind of like he introduces a character, I guess, a guy who comes in and teaches the kids the skill, who comes back in a later episode.
And he wanted, because like teaching kids. Like,
it's the same episode where he makes that porno, right?
That's what I was about to bring up first. First, I was going to talk about bringing like teaching kids all the same curriculum, just teaching them all the same stuff. They all getting the same material, but they don't really discover what they good at until they already grown and can't make no money because they ain't good at nothing. You getting the kids that he had teaching them how to change pipes and all of that. You giving them the skill when they're young, so they kind of get like set on a path. And then he was asking people on the street, brought them all in like some kind of little room, and gave them like a test. Did none of them pass the test? He had to do something to keep their attention while also teaching them at the same time. So yeah. He made a porno. That shit was super funny.
Where they were like trying to teach them skills while it leading up to sex. That shit was so dumb, man. I was laughing my ass off. That was hilarious, man.
Yeah.
That was creative. It makes you think, man, like, did they plan any of this, or is he just shooting from the hip this entire time?
You never know with Mike, man.
Though.
You never know with Killer Mike.
Yeah, that was a funny ass episode.
Episode 3 is called White Gang Privilege, and he brought up a good point. You go on Amazon, you could buy things, materials, clothes from like biker gangs, like Hell's Angels and shit like that. So he wanted to try to put money in the pockets of the Crips, and try to shed the stereotype that it's all about gangs and violence, and what the movies and the media portray the hood gangs as or whatever. So they try to make a soda.
Yeah, but nah, when he first found this little group of Crips or whatever, and he asked him, he's like, "So what could you guys do to start a business?" That one of the guys said something that was so dumb. And Killer Mike just had this blank look on his face. He's like,
I don't remember what he said.
He said, "How about a soda?" or something like that. I can't remember what the guy said, man. It was something so off the wall. Killer Mike was just like, what?
Lost for words. And then
yeah, so they came up with the Cripple Cola. Yeah, that's pretty creative.
What's it called? A focus group?
Yeah, focus group, like a test group or whatever.
Yeah, he had the focus group toward the end of the episode. Everybody was into it. Everybody was like, "Yeah, this is delicious." Blah 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 blah. Until they found out that it was made by the Crips.
And they're like, "Oh, I'm not buying that. It could be dangerous." That one guy was like, "I could get killed if somebody saw me drinking."
Yeah. Really? Like, my shirt is red right now. Am I in danger?
And that character, what's his name? Is it Mario?
I know who you're talking about. I don't know if that's his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think he's Puerto Rican. Little Puerto Rican dude. Killer Mike is looking in his eyes like, you're a racist. And he's like,
Yep.
He's like, don't put me in a box. I actually wrote a song called "Don't Box Me In." About not putting me in a box because I don't like to put in boxes. Man, I was like, Killer Mike just ruined this kid's life. He's gonna be forever known as that idiot on the Cripple Cola episode.
Yep.
But no spoilers. We'll get there when we get there.
You was sending that in the group chat, and I was just biting my tongue.
Yeah,
I had already finished it.
He just ruined his life, man, being an idiot.
But yeah, I thought that was dope because gangs may have evolved. They might not even be like to be called gangs anymore. Street fraternity.
Yeah, basically just about how we celebrate like white gangs and white gangsters, but black gangs or whatever, we treat them like straight up criminals. Like you don't want to hear nothing out of you. You're a criminal.
Yeah, and all they trying to do is get back to the local hood.
Episode.
And then episode 4 is New Jesus, and that's where he had the barbershop in Atlanta. He got his homeboy Sleep, and he tried to build a religion around this dude. And that's where like man, we've known each other since the 90s, man. I grew up in church and all of that. That's where I get a little bit I don't know about this one, Mike, because if you believe in God, I don't know about Killer Mike and all that, but it's literally a commandment. Don't worship no false idols. Don't put nobody before me and all of that. That's where I had to pull back a little bit. I watched it and I was entertained and open to the idea and all of that, but I can't say I agree with it.
I think this is one of those ridiculous episodes. I think the whole message he's trying to put behind this message is black people need to stop worshiping this white Jesus. And he was just trying to say, it doesn't matter what your religion is, Christian, Hindu, Muslim, whatever, Jewish, whatever. If you're a black, that's just how I took it. But if you're a black person, we need to look up to somebody that, we kind of see ourselves in. And he was just trying to say, when you look at Jesus, because he asked the pastor, he was like, is Jesus white? And he was like, kind of had a little pause to his answer.
I don't think Jesus white. He was born in, everything takes place and all of that in the Middle East.
Yeah.
I think Jesus is brown. I think God and Jesus is getting a little off topic, but he's a combination of every human and all of that. I don't know. It's a little beyond my knowledge of expertise and all of that. But yeah, I get what Mike was saying.
Yeah, this is another episode that was just funny as hell to me, had me dying. The Messiah's Sleep didn't say one word the entire time. My man just sat there looking like he was legit about to fall asleep. And I'm like, I know why they call you sleep.
Yeah.
Like, you about to fall. My man was in the strip club just like this. I didn't think he was alive. I was like, that's a dead body right there. But yeah, it's kind of funny how they did it. It was a really good episode. He started his own church, and it's part of it was based on how important sleep is to you. So you can tell he was shooting from the hip this whole time. Yeah, the message behind the episode is just false idols, false prophets, or whatever. Just be careful.
And in episode 5, it's called Outside the Box. This is the most controversial episode in the whole 6 episodes because he got artists, each type of genre, different backgrounds. And it was one dude who said a word that he should not have said. Yeah. I think I was at work. It was dead at work. So, I was trying to get a little bit in. And that happened. I think I reacted loud as fuck. Oh, shit. Oh.
And I'm trying to defend it, too. It's I can't remember what his explanation was or whatever. But yeah, talking about he had connections to the General Lee or whatever. I don't know. This dude was.
That does not give you a pass, my dude.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this is a funny episode. And what's his name? The kid.
The Return of Mario.
Yeah, the kid from the focus group made his return, and he got to sing his.
Which was real cool of Mike.
This is part of the show where I kind of felt like it went more sketch comedy than it did reality.
Yeah.
I felt like the first few episodes was more like True, just grabbing people off the streets or whatever. But then it very well still could be this episode, but this is the first episode where I watched it. And I was like, man, it seems like it almost seems like sketch comedy now.
Auditioning all the different people.
Yeah, because he brought back the same characters or whatever, and I was like, brought back the same. I don't know if I can call them characters. Brought back the same people. And that dude was getting on my nerves too. Like, he was super annoying.
Yeah, I feel you.
So this was kind of a silly episode, but it's still good.
And then the last episode, episode 6, is called "Kill Your Masters," named after a Run the Jewels track. And he wanted to make a new country. He bought some land in Georgia, and then built New Africa on that land, and brought back a lot of the people we seen from past episodes, seeing if they was down, following this religion, following these guidelines and all of this. And Mario come back, and he's so on his own. This dude can't even stand in line. This was when this dude, I was like, all right, yeah, this dude's officially too much. Like, man, you can't even stand in a single file line to go in. He didn't take the oath. They was ragging on him for a little bit too.
Yeah, this is I think this is where they kind of ran out of gas as far as the series goes. This episode kind of felt like they ran out of ideas. The first part of the episode or whatever, he starts talking about what it's going to be, because each episode starts off with him kind of talking about an idea or whatever. Yeah. When he first talks about the idea, I was like, oh, this is going to be a good episode. But it felt like super forced, like they were kind of running out of ideas. This is actually, in my opinion, this is the weakest episode in the series or whatever. But, it's still entertaining. It was still funny.
Yeah.
Had moments in it. He wrote that national anthem, and he was singing it, and everybody's like, that's our national anthem.
Yeah. Man, what?
He was like, I'm just saying, if I was going to write a national anthem, I would have put a little bit more effort into it. Like, everybody started roasting. So it had its funny moments or whatever, but yeah, I felt it kind of the season ended kind of weak.
Yeah, I thought the election portion and results and all of that was dope. I kind of knew it was coming though. You know what I mean? I kind of felt that something was about to happen.
Yeah. But
man, overall, this is a dope series. I would like to see another season.
Oh, yeah, sure. They definitely need to bring it back. Some fresh ideas, because Killer Mike, he's very educated and smart dude.
Yeah.
He knows his shit. He's just not some dumb rapper. He's actually one of the smartest rappers to find. He's actually one of the smartest dudes, just period.
Yeah. He always be on like Bill Maher and like politically related like content and all of that. Like Killer Mike be out there. Oh, which episode was it? Like one of the dopest parts was when he went to the old folks' home.
I think it's the one where they made that anthem or whatever. They got everybody to make that song. So I think he started
outside the box.
I think that's how the episode started. He was like, I need to expand my demographic. And he kind of talked to him. He's like, well, maybe you need somebody else to deliver the message or something like that.
Okay, yeah. Cause he spit one of my favorite verses from Run the Jewels 2.
Yeah.
Fly as a Pegasus, that's no embellishment. But yeah.
He got the little barbershop.
Yeah, that was dope.
Not duet, well, you know what I'm talking about, quartet, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, man, if you're a hip-hop fan, Killer Mike fan, Run the Jewels fan, definitely get on Netflix, check out Trigger Warning.
Or if you just want something to think about, because like I said, he's got some thought-provoking episodes on there that just kind of make you think in a comical way, too. So it's not like it beats you over the head with some, like, social issues. He does it in a way
exactly.
It's kind of fun, I guess you could say.
Man, you want to talk about anything that was discussed on this episode, Rec League Podcast, man, drop a comment, drop a voice message. Old Man Lawrence on Twitter. And just chill until the next episode.